Liquor, hard liquor, stuff like that is nothing but a shame and disgrace to our cities and our towns.
I'm sure that prices would change and things like that, but it would probably make it more accessible to underage people also.
I just don't think it should be that available, especially for teenagers, because we have such a problem with underage drinking.
The possibility of privatizing liquor sales in North Carolina has the state split. An Elon University poll found North Carolinians evenly divided on whether the state or private companies should sell liquor. Fewer people wanted to give local governments control. A joint study committee in the General Assembly is deciding whether to make any changes to the Alcoholic Beverage Control system. At its second meeting on March 24th, community leaders argued against privatization. A common argument is to protect the money ABC boards send to state and local governments.
Throughout the state's local ABC systems are examples of successful business operations that bring maximum revenues to the state and local governments in a joint financial partnership.
Local ABC boards contributed almost $260 million to state, county, and city budgets in 2009. Almost $185 million went to North Carolina's general fund. About $46 million went to county and city budgets, and the rest paid for law enforcement and alcohol education and rehabilitation. That's a lot of money, but could North Carolina make more by privatizing the system? Members of the study commission may want to look west to Washington State. It has a very similar state monopoly on booze. The Evergreen State studied several different privatization scenarios just last year. The most lucrative option was to auction retail liquor licenses to private stores. Washington's state auditor says the auctions could help the state rake in between $130 and $244 million more than a control system over 5 years. Jason Mercier is a director for a public policy think tank in Washington. He says privatization would change how his state collects money from hard liquor.
We have I believe, almost a double-digit markup that's added to the wholesale liquor price. So what you could allow private retailers to do is eliminate that markup and in place of that have a state revenue-neutral version of a tax.
Auctioning licenses would also allow the state to limit the number of stores, something important for people back here in the Tar Heel state.
In the 5 states surrounding North Carolina, 3 are licensed states and average 44 outlets per 100,000 people, as opposed to our 6 outlets per 100,000 residents.
The social risks are harder to quantify. Many speakers at the March 24th meeting made dire warnings about the risks of alcohol abuse.
My mother passed away when I was 2 years old due to an alcohol car-related crash, and this is why I'm so passionate about this topic.
Alcohol use by underage drinkers is a persistent public health problem in North Carolina, and it's the most commonly used drug of adolescents. Alcohol use by young people is dangerous.
Mercier says limiting government's involvement in selling liquor would allow it to focus on enforcing alcohol-related laws.
To help provide a very clear focus, if you were to go to a privatized system, the state could just focus on the regulatory aspect and not try at the same time maximize sales.
The study committee is the state's second step to examine North Carolina's ABC system. Last year, Governor Beverly Perdue assigned her own task force. It hired an outside firm to calculate the system's value. Local ABC officials have also come under fire after recent scandals. The Wilmington Star-News reports that local officials were being paid between $139,000 and $280,000 a year in salary and other compensation. Meanwhile, in Charlotte, WCNC reports that a liquor company took local officials out to a dinner worth $12,700. The study committee's deadline is May 12th. That's the same day the General Assembly returns for its short session. For CarolinaJournal.tv, I'm Anthony Greco.